Dear Shrestha viewers, welcome to Shrestha Gnanadayini. New day, new topic. Multidisciplinary nature of business economics. Business economics, also called as managerial economics, is internally connected with all these different kinds of concepts. That is traditional economics, management theory and accounting, theory of decision making, mathematics, statistics, operational research, computer science, psychology and organizational behavior. Now how it is connected and why and what is what we are going to discuss today. Like an individual in an organization performs a different roles and takes the help of different departments to run an organization, in the same way we need the help and assistance of all these matters along with managerial economics in order to make a proper decisions regarding the business. Agreed? Then let's go and start the topic. Business economics or managerial economics with traditional economics will help us to know about the theories of decision making, which means traditional economics is mainly concerned with the process of theory of decision making. It enables a managerial economics or an economist in making a proper decisions. And secondly, it is mainly concerned with the topic of allocation of resources and its scarcity and the amount of utilization, whether they are utilizing it in a proper way or not. And thirdly, the traditional economics is mainly concerned with the area of types of markets and the implementations, but the managerial economics is also concerned about its impact and its profit. Clear? So these are some kinds of points that is related to traditional economics, helps us to know better and helps us to perform in a very best way. And moving on to managerial theory and accounting. Did you find any organization or tell me any name of that organization that doesn't have management theory and accounting? It's not possible because it is a lifeblood and the backbone of an organization. Any material or a product bought into an organization and sold will be recorded in the books of accounts of an organization, and that is called purchase book and sales book and the balance sheet. Clear? So in this, now what are the theories and practice that we are going to learn is profit maximization theory, and there are many either Baumol's sales maximization theory and decision makings, profit management and different types of behavioral models. Clear? And now we are also going to discuss with the theory of decision making. We already discussed that decision making is important in the matter of traditional economics, but here we are going to purely observe how the theory of decision making is important in the managerial economics perspective, which means a person who has a multiple goals or an organization which has multiple goals have to make a corrective decisions. Yes or no? And the organization cannot keep quiet with one goal, or it doesn't have only one goal, it has multiple goals. So in order to fetch all these things, we should make a proper decision making, and that is how these theories will help us. Just like we have different books written and we study about them to manage, like we have a book for marketing, for sales, etc. We study different kinds of books and articles published by different people. So in the same way, these theories are published in some books, and some theories are also written as articles through which we can know many things. And these are not matters or concepts, that is like a theories. It is big subjects and a thesis that will help us in solving our problems. So next, moving on to mathematics. Now, how it is mathematics important? How come it is important in business and managerial economics? Of course it is important. Mathematics has a nature of formulas and values, and that is indeed helpful in managerial economics and decision making. You know how? We have different kinds of quartile deviations and different kinds of linear equations, exponents, values and formulas, differential calculus, derivations, etc. and also matrices. So all these kinds of values put together is mathematics that will help us in deriving the sales equations and expenses, etc. Even you know how a demand function is framed, even you know how a supply function is framed, it consists of some mathematical equations. So in that way, if you have to take a proper decision, you should have a perfect value. So that perfect value is derived from this kind of mathematics concepts. Yes, and then moving on to statistics. Statistics is internally very connected with managerial economics. When we study statistics, it's all about surveys, different kinds of methods, regression analysis, forecasting methods, demand forecasting, customers relationship, and different kinds of sales, demand and graphs, etc. So all these terms put together are the tools of statistics that are useful in framing and measuring the different values that are useful in managerial economics and business economics. Got it? Based on the surveys reports only, we are going to conclude a particular topic. And whenever we have to take something into reference, we take the point of statistics, saying about 72% of the population is dependent upon this particular thing or something like that. So everywhere we need the help of the statistics. That is how the statistics is very well interconnected with business economics or the managerial economics. And then operational researchers. And operational researchers means how? Now this operational research is that kind of thing. Its tools are linear programming, game theories, etc. And how it is used? Now you know we can example take there are different layers. So firstly, operational layer, operational research will go into depth and clear and solves the problems of managerial economics, and then indeed the management economics or managerial economics will clear the problems of decision making. See, like if a thread is there and the knot has become tight, we can't open it, and with that we can't make the whole thread clean. So in order to make all these confusions clear, we have to come from the depth, like where does the problem occur. So this operational research will go into depth and will analyze and will also make us clear. It will solve the different types of problems of managerial economics and will bring out a conclusion through which the managerial economics can derive and solve the problems of decision making, and that decisions will be accurate. Clear? Now next, moving on to computer science. This world is that advanced that we can't imagine anybody without computer science or technology. Even the shoot, that video shoot I'm shooting now or you're listening through me is from the technology. Yes, it's moved that forward. So even in this accounting and managerial processes in an organization as well, the technology is used in that way. Like all the programmers are striving a lot to get many kind of softwares like this that makes the work easy for a managerial personnel. So the work that is done in 10-15 days, that can be winded up in 5 to 10 hours. And that will be much more productive when it is done like that. We can do much amount of work in the matter of 5-6 hours in a day. Isn't it that useful? I mean, it's very useful for us. Don't you think so? So that's how the computer science and its applications and its softwares, like example GST, SAP and Tally softwares, etc. are some kinds of softwares that are used in the management and business. That doesn't mean this is only for the accounts, but a business and an organization involves many departments, research department and technology department, etc. In matter of technology, they use different kinds of programs, Python, C++, C, Java and different kinds of shells and etc. And some kinds of managerial, as I said you. So these all kinds of programs are there for what? For our utilization purpose itself, right? So that is how the computer science is related to the business economics or managerial economics in getting the corrective decisions. Like we can use MS Excel and MS Office actually collectively. So each and every application in MS Office suite is very important. Word for noting down the documents and reports, and Excel for calculating the data, and different kinds of applications hereafter, LibreOffice, etc., where we enter the data into the spreadsheets and we'll get different kinds of graphs that will be interpreting us, telling us about the different types of information. Based on that we can draw a conclusion. So that is how the computer science is helpful in managerial or business economics. And then psychology. This is a very vast and a wide concept, because every matter that involves into the business is something or the other related to psychology, because it is always concerned with human beings, and human being psychology is very important. Just like a simple terms of the economics like demand, supply, consumers, these all works on the psychology principle itself, like how the law of equimarginal utility or the law of diminishing marginal utility are drawn. Like the first satisfaction that you have while eating the first apple and the satisfaction level you have at the 10th apple, that mind and your taste decides the function of this utility theory. So that is like a psychology of a human being. So that is how the psychology is important, not only in this instances, many other, money, supply, equilibrium, etc. Like how a consumer can spend a different amount is income on different kinds of needs, and how can he manage. All this comes under again the psychology. How the different kinds of customers will think. So this kind of psychology is important when we are pricing the costumes or materials, products, etc. So if you are pricing a particular, suppose the scale as a matter of 30 rupees, then what a consumer might think, it's the 30 rupees scale, but it is not so long and it is not so strong, so it can break very easily. I don't want to spend 30 rupees on it, so I'll be buying a small scale, because what is the use of buying a big scale? So in the same way as children will think, this is so strong, it is nice to hit someone. So this is a different kinds of psychology everyone will have. So that is how the psychology, I know these examples are simple, but in the serious terms, in economics and organization, they think it in a large scale terms, because it is related to money, it is related to products, services. So if you have bought a car of black color, then the consumers might think, why it is in black? It can be in grey, or it can be in purple, or it can be in pink as well. But the company has its own measurements and circle, so they have to be again answerable. So people are of different kinds and their ideas are of different kinds. So we, in order to match the ideas of the people, the psychology of the people should be studied. So that is how the psychology is important in business economics. And then the last but not the least, the topic is organizational behavior. This will provide us some behavioral modules that will affect a organization, a person, in making a corrective decisions to as to the owner of that business. So that is how all these points are interdisciplinary in nature with managerial economics. So I hope I have made relevant to the topic. For more interesting videos, keep tuned to Stay Star. Thank you.